In this lesson, you will learn how to multiply two-digit whole numbers using an area model or generic rectangle. It is important to remember that in multiplication, we are not just multiplying these two numbers, we are multiplying all parts of this number by all parts of this number. So in order to do that, we're going to break them down by place value. If I look at 27, I have a 2 in the tens place, which is going to give me a value of 20. And I have a 7 in the ones place, which is going to give me a value of 7. To break down 35, I'm going to first look at the 3 in the tens place, which is going to give me a value of 30, and the 5 in the ones place, which is going to give me a value of 5. I'm going to use these values to multiply in my generic rectangle. The generic rectangle allows us to show that we are multiplying all parts of this number by all parts of this number. So because it is two-digit numbers, we are going to need 2 rows and 2 columns. I'm going to place the 27 over on the left, so I will put the 20 here and the 7 here. I'm going to place the 35 on top. I'm going to put the 30 here and the 5 here. Each one of these squares is going to be where I place one of my partial products. This first box is where 20 meets 30, so the problem that is going to go inside this box is going to be 20 times 30, giving me an answer of 600. This box is where 7 meets 30. So 7 times 3 is 21, and it's going to give me an answer of 210. This box is where 20 meets 5, and that's going to give me an answer of 100. And this box is where 7 meets 5, and that's going to give me an answer of 35. One of my final steps is to add all of these partial products. So I do this by chunking them by adding straight down. So 600 plus 210 equals 810. And 100 plus 35 equals 135. When I add these together, I'm going to get a grand total of 945, which is my final product. Let's look at a new problem. Now we're going to investigate the problem 18 multiplied by 46. We're going to break it down much the same way. So 18 would break down into 10 plus 8, and 46 would break down into 40 plus 6. Now you may be asking yourself whether or not it is important if I put the 10 and the 8 on this side and the 40 and the 6 on this side, or if I could do the opposite and put 10 and 8 at the top and 40 and 6 on the left-hand side. Well, let's look at a traditional problem to figure that out. We all know how to solve the problem 18 times 46, but the question is whether or not if we solve the problem 46 times 18, are we going to get the same answer? If we look here, when we multiply 18 times 46, we are going to get a grand total of an answer of 828 with two partial products of 108 plus 720. If we complete the same problem over here on the right, again, we are going to get the same answer of 828, but this time we have two different partial products leading us to the same total. So thanks to the commutative property of multiplication, we can multiply 18 by 46 and 46 by 18 to get the same answer. Now we're going to see if this applies to our generic rectangle. I've placed the problems at the top so we can compare them in the end. On the left, you're going to see we have 46 on the top and 18 on the left-hand side. You will notice as I have solved this problem that my answer is still going to be 828, but when I set it up this way, I'm actually getting two partial products that match the two partial products in my previous problem. Over here on the right, I'm going to do the same thing. Again, you will notice that I get the same answer of 828, but when I set it up this way, my partial products here match the two partial products in this particular problem. You may also be wondering if it's going to make a difference whether or not I add straight down for my partial products or if I add straight across first. So let's try that out first. As you can see on the left-hand side, when I add straight down, I'm going to get the same thing that I had before, 828, matching this format. But when I add straight across, I'm going to get 828 again, but this time it's matching this format. Again, in the end, we are adding together all four partial products, and it's going to lead us to the same answer. Now it is time for you to solve a problem on your own. I'm giving you a hint by showing you the generic rectangle that you will need to set up. I would like for you to pause this video until you have solved the problem. Once you have solved the problem, you can restart it to check your answer. Did you get the correct answer of 1014? Hopefully you did. If you didn't, that's okay. Just watch the video again and try a few problems on your own. In this video, you have learned how to multiply two-digit whole numbers using an area model or generic rectangle.